activities for Bible and memory verse. The first one that I'm going to talk about it is about the one we have in James 3:5, that it means when we sometimes say things that are not correct and goes to the fire. And this one, I remember a story that one time a chieftain was visited by one of his native and told him that he had a problem because nobody wants to talk to him. And he said, why? He said, well, I say something that it was not true, it was false, and now I don't know what to do. And he said, okay, you go to the hen house, pick all the feathers you can get there, and then you're going to go to the mountain, and when the air comes up, you will going to throw them away. And he went and he did that. And then he came and he asked the chief, what can I do now? He said, okay, you go and pick up every single one of the feathers you sent away. And can you believe Hanky do it that? No, he cannot do it. That's why we have to be careful what we say. And that's why James says not to talk things that we're not supposed to talk. That's one of the lessons that the kids sometimes do, and they don't believe that it's going to have any problems, but they do have problems. So that story, it keeps in my mind all the time, and I believe that the Lord wants to tell us a story that it's supposed to be. Okay, the next one we're going to do is we have I have over here two pigs over here, and I have this, and this is with soap. So this story is about the bitter water in Moses. And what happened is that, you know, they start criticizing, and they put some things over here, and they said, oh no, I don't like that water. That water is so bitter. I can't believe it. And they start doing it and doing it and doing it. And then they put some, and they went, you know, and they want to put right there. And what happened with the waters? The water came after they did that. Moses put the trees inside of the water, became so sweet that they cannot believe it, that God in his beautiful miracle give them a sweet water. And that's what we learn, and that's what we try to teach the kids, so they can see that we can do what we want to do. Okay. Also, in memory verses, we can use different forms. And I have here a puzzle. In this puzzle, for the kids to do, we have a heart. And if you see it, we have a heart right here. And they have to do it to work in with Tim. And what we are going to read at the end. Oops, just move. I gave everybody one of them, and I put it in a plastic bag. And now what we have here. Can somebody read it? To see if somebody can read it. Did you find out what they say?
Trust the Lord with all your heart and lean not onto your own understanding.
Good job. And like I said, this one's over here. I cut it when I was in the before the conference has some dice that we can cut things, or you can go to the website. Some of the great website, they have some, you know, you can do puzzles, and then you can put the inside of the puzzle, and then you just cut it. Instead of doing it the way the machine did it, you can do it that way, because right now we cannot do that unless you have a college nearby or Southern. Then you can go and cut some dice right there in the educational department. That's another thing that we can do for memory verse. Also, I got that one from this book. I know some of them saw them. It's 100 creative prayer ideas for kids. And it's beautiful. I mean, you can do so many things from here. Many, many things. The other one that they told us we can do it is, let me show you. We have different things over here. We can do the scroll, memory verse. Okay, and we have this scroll over here. And here we go. Can somebody read it?
For God so loved the world that he gave his only son, that whoever believes in him shall not perish, but have eternal life. John 3, verse 16.
Thank you so much. And we have a scroll over here that we can do it. It's very easy. If you see two, if you don't have this one's over here, but I got this one's at Hobby Lobby, I think, or Michael's. Either one of those. Sometimes they have a lot of a sale. And what I do, I put it in a box together, and then we can save all the memory verse for the whole quarter. That's the idea. I put it in a baggie, but I have like a box where I put all the 13. And then after they have the 13 of them, unless sometime let them do 12, and I'll give them an incentive because they memorize the verse, and they will be so happy they have something different. Okay, now we're going to do, and Jesus and the storm. You know, the air comes very bad, and it goes, you can use a pump to do it. And we have a lot of air, but here I have a potato. And do you think I can open this potato with my big straw or with a little straw? I don't know if you're home. If you're home, you want to try it. But if I put I will do for the kids half of the straw because I know it's so hard. Okay, I'll try. And look what happens. See, I can go ahead and drill it. But as soon as I get my finger out, I cannot move it. But as soon as I put my thing here, it goes down. It goes down. And it's because of the power. And that's what happened when Satan was, didn't want, he wanted to destroy Jesus when he was in the boat, and he was throwing a lot of air. But what happened? He said, I have mad power. I have power over all the sea, over the air, over everything. And that's one of the things you can do for the storm. Okay, then I have this one over here. And I have a honey over here. You see honey? Okay. When sorry. Thank you. Yeah. Okay. It's so hard to look, it's been sitting there for almost a year. That's why that happened. It's good. It's very good. Yeah. So, and we have the memory verse that it says, do you have a memory verse that you can say about the honey? Do we have one? Okay. We have a memory verse, and this one comes for I'm trying to remember my verse. Okay. It says, pleasant words are like honey. They are sweet to the spirit and bring healing to the body. It is because we want to be kind And what we did, I just got a small bowl and we can ask the kids to prove. I have my spoon right here. And this one we will share with the kids when we want to teach them how can we need to be. And they will learn by using that, the honey, instead of being so mad. Okay, I have another one, and this one is when, have you heard when you have two kids at home and they just go ahead and start. Okay, let's pretend this is one of your kids. And there, and we have this, okay, one here. And we can do it face right here. And we're going to do a face that is not people happy. There. And then the other one, I'm going to do it. And the mom and the dad are over there, they're in the room and they're fighting over. And this one, they say, no, you're telling it untrue. You're lying about me. Why you tell dad that I was in love with that girl? Why you told him that? That was a secret between us. And the mom and dad are listening to what they're saying, and they feel like, okay, what's going on? What are you fighting over? They say, well, because he spilled the beans. And we want peace, right? So they keep talking and talking and fighting over and fighting over and fighting over. Finally, what happened? They said, okay, I want peace. Please stop. Don't do anymore. Don't do it that. And that's when we say, try your best to live in peace with everyone. So keep not fighting. Be in peace, be happy. And we're going to go ahead and do the other face over here and be very happy, very happy. And we can do the same thing with the other one, do in the back and be making a smile, happy, a happy face that they live in peace. Try your best to live in peace like everyone. And now, if we can do this one, what memory you can see that is going to be this one here. I know I had it here, but I'll let you. Can you tell me which one is?
Jesus loved all the little children of the world.
Oh, can be the other one. There is another one. Can somebody guess?
Making disciples of everybody in the world and baptizing them
Yes,
in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit.
that's right. And this one, you can teach the kids how to say the memory verse, Matthew 28:19, but they will learn because they're visual. Okay, I have this one over here, and this one is the disappearing memory verse. If you see what you see.
That looks like a house.
Looks like a house, okay. But as for me and
my house, we will serve the Lord.
We will serve the Lord.
We will serve the Lord.
yeah, Joshua. And then after we said it, we can, do it back and forth until they know the memory verse. And then as soon as you show them up, they will see what the verse is. Okay, I have another one here. A picture one.
Thy word
Thy
is a
word
lamp unto my path and a lamp into my feet.
Thy word is a lamp unto my feet and a light unto my path.
Yes. And it's very easy to remember, right? And that's the same thing that the kids think about it. Okay, this is the fruit of the spirit. Okay. And we find this memory verse where?
in Galatians.
Yes. And we can use it this way, or we can use it like put it in, cutting them up and put it in an envelope and give it to the people, to the boys and girls, and go look for it and match every single one of the spirit cards. That's the way we have this one here. And then let me, oops. Okay, just as some of those I did make it with, I laminate them, but if you don't have the machine, you can use this paper. It's for laminating. It's kind of hard to do it, but the other one is better with the machine, but you can still use this one over here. And that's the way I can save them, and they, you can have those. Okay, also I have a bookmark. They love the bookmarks. I have this one. And we have it right here. It says, for God. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten son, that whoever believes in him should not perish, but have everlasting life. And those verses, you can just put it inside of the box for the kids to be used, and they will be so happy that they can do that. Also, I have this one over here. And they say the books of the New Testament. Sometimes the kids love to learn those. So we do this one and we do the other one, the other side. We have two of them. It is back and forth. And you can ask the kids to learn, and they will be so happy to learn those. Yeah. And those are the ones that we use. I use those for the boys and girls to do it. Also, I have this one here. And this one is for creation. So they can say so easy the creation, the days that were done with the creation. And we have every single one of them in there. We do, I do a lot of lamination for the kids to put it away. And it's the way I usually do. And I have a couple of, okay, this one is the best one. Okay, supposed to be like 5 of them. You are going to go ahead and put this one like a gift. Okay, I did this gift, but I didn't do the rest of the ones. And the last one, I have one here. They were in a circle, and we are going to pass around the parcel, and we are going to have like music. And when the music stops, they will go and open the their gift. And then after they finish and they get in the last one, they are going to find the memory verse. And then I can do all things through him who gives me strength. Philippians 4:13. 13. That's a way how we can do this. And they, you know, they love surprises. And we have, they has to be 5, but like I said, I did only 2. And you can do it in different sizes and just ask them with the music, like music around, like the chairs that sometimes we play with it. We can do that. Also, the other one we can do is, I don't know if you have it in English, but we do the telephone. We just go and whisper the memory verse in the next and the next and the next to see what happens. Sometimes they will say it right or they will not say it right. So they will say it's totally different that we give them. Let's say we say, okay, tell the Lord is my shepherd, and they will say another thing because there are many kids, sometimes they're not paying attention. So we have to do it like a couple times until they get it right. But it's one of the ways you can do it, and you can see that they can be able to learn the memory verses. And there is a lot of resources that we can use. A couple of them, I got it from this book, Top 50 Object Lessons, Games and Activities. And they have a lot of things that you can do it. Another one that I got was this one over here, is the Top Science-Based Lessons. And this one I got it from the ones that I got for the potatoes. And they have a lot of the things. Then I have this one, they just give it away, 100. And this one, 50 memory verses lessons. All of them are special for doing activities, and we love to do a lot of those things. Also, I have a couple of them in Spanish. This one here, and this one is to make, and these 2 over here, and depends who age you have. And this one's over here, I found it at ABC, this 4. This one over here, I found it at Dover. This one I found it at ABC. And this one over here at christianbook.com. Those 3 books. Yeah. Okay. And this one over here, I have a lot of letters here. I have a memory verse, but it's more than 20 letters. That's why I'm not going to do it, but you can do it with letters, a lot of letters, and you will see that you can do the memory verse and put things with the kids to work. I have another one here. Who likes gifts? I love gifts. So this one over here, the first one, is very special because when I was preparing my materials, my granddaughter was the one who cut it. So you can see that it's a little bit different from the other ones. But she said, I want to help you. And I said, yeah, sure, you can help me. And this one, I usually say they're originals. So what I did, I put in the back, and I'm going to give you what I put in the back. And here you can read what we had here. Can you read it?
Blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Matthew 5:3.
Good. Okay, let's see the next one.
Blessed are they that mourn, for they shall comforted. Matthew 5, verse 4.
Okay, next one.
Blessed are the meek, for they
for they
shall
shall
inherit
inherit
the
the earth.
earth. Matthew 5:5.
Blessed are they which do hunger and thirst after righteousness, for they shall be filled. Matthew 5:6.
Blessed are the merciful, for they shall obtain mercy. Matthew 5:7.
Thank you. We like to be boys and girls, right?
Blessed are the pure in heart, for they shall see God. Matthew 5:8.
But this one is too far.
Okay. There.
Blessed are the peacemakers, for they shall be called children of God. Matthew 5:9. Blessed are they which are persecuted for righteousness' sake, for theirs is kingdom of heaven. Matthew 5:10.
Blessed are ye when men shall revile you and persecute you, and shall say all manner of evil against you falsely for my sake. Matthew 5:11.
And
Rejoice and be exceeding glad, for great is your reward in heaven. For so persecuted the prophets which were before you. Matthew 5:12.
yes, and those are the, can you tell me what they are?
The Beatitude.
Yes, and we have it, all of them in gifts, because we love the gifts, and that's the gifts that the Lord had given us. And this also, if you don't want to do the Beatitudes, you just go ahead. You can do the memory verse for the quarter with different, I did different colors of my gifts.
So where do we get all of those beautiful things?
Okay, this one's, this one I cut it with my, what I usually do, I go and get some papers and do it. Or also you can use this one made it from Cricut, but maybe we can, I mean, if I will give you my mail and I can do a template, you can do it, send it by pieces and you will have to do it one by one. This one I was blessed. My oldest daughter gave me away one of the machines and I really love it. But, like I said, sometimes what I do, I just go ahead and if I have the opportunity to go one to the educational department and probably universities and different universities, because I'm blessed that I have Southern nearby and I can go get things from there, from the educational department. They have a whole set, the dice and everything. The conference does have it. And I know if you talk to Pastor Verduzco, well, that's what I used to do. Talk to him and then one day go with all my teachers and cut everything I need from the dice they had. And they will allow us to do that. But you have to do it. You have to tell them on with ahead of time. Then they can get everything from the warehouse and you bring everything that you need to. But if not, I mean, you can use, if you don't have, you're not blessed as I'm blessed, because I'm blessed, really. I got this one, I cut it from my from a Cricut. Also, maybe you have a friend who has one and you can ask them, hey, can you do me a favor? Can you, cut me some? And I can, if you want to do it and you want me to do it, I can do it and send it to you. Just let me know and I'll help you out with that. Because I have, I've been blessed with that machine, and that machine is for God. That's what I said. So I do a lot of cutting in my machine. And if you want to be blessed, I'm going to give you my email and my phone, and I can send you a set of it if you want it. I'm happy to do it for you.
And Ilse, this is so nice for you to do that for us at the workshop. Just to put a little plugging, this is why we miss the face-to-face convention, because if you are face-to-face, you will have some time, to go into the Make It Take It Center and work ourselves out and do those little things. But
yeah, and
COVID didn't prevent us to do that. They let us do that.
But the thing that, we're praying that next year we will have everything, set like we used to have before. And in the meantime, we have to try to do something different. And that's why I did a lot of things that you can do it, because, if you cannot make and pick, like you said. And we had that blessing, and it's a blessing because this is the first conference. I've been working for 43 years as a pastor's wife, and I know sometimes we cannot do it, but sometimes we can do it. And the other thing you can do also is go to the computer, and make image of it and just print it out, and then cut it. It's the other way that I will do it. And it will be easier for us to do it. Okay, another thing that I did.
Just to interrupt you for a moment, Ilsy.
Yeah.
Rhonda has been patient trying to interject.
Yeah, sorry.
Our public school system has a resource center that lets you do stuff like that for kids in your city. They might check out and see if your city has a resource center for your public schools, because they will let you do it because it's kids in their district. So.
Okay. Do you hear what Rhonda said? That public school sometimes have a resource that you can go and do it. So you can go and do it there, because probably they have to do a lot of materials like we do. And you have that resource over there. And like I said, I'm being blessed because at Southern I can go and do it, and for a small fee, they will give me, the opportunity to do. Okay, the other thing that I usually do, this one, if you see, they're a clean pipe. And it's very cheap. And what I do, I sometimes do a man over here. Do it that way. And then I'm going to do their arms.
Can you put your hands up so we could see?
Okay, I'm going to do it this way. Okay, Andrew, let me. Okay, I'm going to put my finger here, see? And then I'm going to go ahead and do this. I usually do by half, and I use my finger. It well depends on how big you want the head. Okay, this is my thumb. And I'm going to go ahead and do this all the way down. And then I'm going to do the arms. I'm trying to, let me grab a scissors because I have to do half of it. It's right here. I have my, my scissors right here. You have scissors, if not, you do a in here. And now I'm going to do this because I want to give away this little man here. So I'm going to fold it here because of the wire. And this one, I'm going to use the pen that they send you. And here is a little gift for your kids. And here in the feet, like you say, sometimes it's kind of, pointing. You just do it that way. You got it? Or you want me to do it again? It's a yes?
We got it.
You got it, okay.
Yeah, we got it.
Yeah, sometimes when it's right here, it will go around. Oops. Okay, let me.
For the little people, kindergarten and cradle, even
Yeah, that's
primary.
right. And you can, the kids can play with it and say, okay, this is Moses or this is Noah. You can do that too. Yeah, that's why I usually do a lot of little people. Yes, and you can do it in different colors. I had this package. I got it at Dollar Tree for $1. So it's not very expensive because I know teachers, we don't have a lot of resources, and sometimes church, they think that for crafts, we don't need a lot of money, but we do have, yeah, we do have, yeah, we do need a lot of,
Ilsy, instead of
yes.
using the pen, I will use the pencil for the little people.
Yes, that's what I usually do. I usually a little, a small pencil and do it that way. Yes, I don't use a pen. I use a pencil because pencil is a little bit, it's thinner than the other one. It's not as, as the pen, that the pen is a little fatty and the other one is just is special that way. Yeah. And sometimes, one time I remember I put some hair. I used yarn to put hair, and I made a face of foamy and glued it to the people. And they love it that way better because they had hair, and the hair was, when they were talking, the hair was moving around, and they love it. And that's why I did my little people, and they love it. And, especially beginners and kinder, that's where they like more. But sometimes primary, they love it too, because they want something to be touching. Yeah. Okay, I have got this one. I got this one at Adventist Book Center, and I love it. This one is for activities that the kids can do it, and it's a CD. And when I saw it, I said, I have to buy it. And they had it in clearance. That was the best thing because I usually buy a lot of crafty things in clearance. Or here in Tennessee, we have a blessing is that when school starts, they have tax-free things. So we can go and buy a lot of things tax-free and save some money. Let's say if I was going to pay $100, but I have to think about taxes, I will not have to think about taxes because I can spend the 100 because it's free tax. And that's what I usually do. I have that one. And then the other one that I got, this one I got it at Christian Books and christianbook.com, the Activity Bible. And they have a lot of beautiful things right here. The name on it. And then we have the New Testament. And over here, you will see what we have. Okay. Here we go. And this is a beautiful gift that, I mean, if you got it a good price, this one, I think it was $4.99 because it wasn't clearance. I bought some, like 12 for my kids, and because it was Bible activity. So they have a lot of things to do. Here's another one, and this one over here, we do what they have to do, what it is, and they have to describe. It's like picture ones. This book, it was very good. I already tried it on my granddaughter and she loved it. That's my best. What I usually do when I want to see if it's working, that's the way I did. Okay. Who wants to be a scribe? Okay. You have in the Bible, remember in the Bible, we had a lot of messages, and they just be a Bible scribe, and look what happened. They have it in Hebrew. So, and I'm going to give this to Karine to see if she can add it to in Google. And I have here the Greek alphabet, and I have the Hebrew alphabet, so the kids can practice. And that will be so cool when they can write it that way, right? The names. Some of the letters, they're not here because they don't have it in Spanish or English, but they have, and that's why they don't have the whole alphabet. But here is what we can do, and we can ask the kids if they want to be a scribe of the Bible. Okay, do you have any questions? Okay, here's my last verse. And I'm going to see if you can discover what is it. Okay, I'm going to let you see what is it. You can look in the Bible. I know you are home. You can look in the Bible.
That the words of my
My
mouth and the
mouth and the
meditation of
meditation
my
of my
heart,
heart be acceptable in
O
thy sight.
Lord,
Lord, our strength and
and
our Redeemer.
our Redeemer.
Am I Redeemer?
Yes. Yeah. Okay, like I said, I'm going to ask to see if I'm going to send this one to see if she can put it in the website. If not, just send me an email. I'll give you my email and my name and my number. And then you can write it down. Andre's going to show it. My phone, and you can send me an email and I can send you an email back or text, and I'll send you a text back and you can print it in from your phone.
Ilsy 56.
Yes, Ilsy56 at AOL.com.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Do you have any more questions? I'm ready to answer. Miss Joy, do we have some questions?
We don't have any questions in the chat, but we will take them either way.
Okay.
The machine, where do we get the machine? I'm interested in the machine to work for my kid.
The machines that I was saying, the Cricut, you sometimes, right now, I think they have in a special right now in Cricut. That's what it calls. They have different machines. You can go to Joann's or Michael's or Walmart. Walmart has it, and Hobby Lobby. Hobby Lobby is the one who has the best price after Walmart in crafts. Yeah, I mean, I use every single one, the crafts, but the ones that is in, the cheaper one, is the one that we have it in Hobby Lobby or Walmart, either one. Yeah.
For the Cricut machines, better do some research because some of them can be very expensive, like in the hundreds of dollars. And after you buy it, you'll spend at least $100 in the maintenance. Like you buy a mat, it runs out, you have to buy knives, you have to do this, you have to buy the dies. So it's really an expensive hobby.
Yes, it is. It is.
And then the paper sometimes is on sale, sometimes it's not, the nice paper. So our church has purchased a machine. So maybe if a particular person doesn't have the money, maybe the church will agree for the Sabbath school to pay and buy, because I'm like, it can run to maybe $600, $700 to have all the
stuff. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, but like I said, you can check the public school that Rhonda was saying. Maybe they have the resource and we can, do cutting right there.
Yeah, the public schools right now, to be honest, with the pandemic and being closed and everything, I don't know how open they are for public to walk in there, unless you're a parent and you have a relationship with the teacher, and maybe they will let you do that. But otherwise, I don't know.
Yeah. Sometimes that happens with the pandemic. Yeah, it's right. Yeah.
But can we find some quick cuts at the educational places, the Dollar Trees?
Yes. Sometimes we do. And I'm going to give you a secret. Dollar Tree, you can buy it bulk. If you order. I had boxes made of wood, and they cost me, I think because they were 24, they cost me $24. O sea, $1 for box, but it has a cover and everything. And it's cheap. You can go, or you can get, let's say you get some cuts from Dollar Tree, and you go ahead and let's say, okay, teachers, how many you need? You can go ahead and do that way. That's what I usually do with my teachers in Cleveland. In Cleveland, sometimes, we buy the religious books by bulk in Dollar Tree. They have stickers, they have coloring books, they have different things in Dollar Tree. And depends, in some areas, like here I live in Cleveland, but sometimes I go to Collegedale. In Collegedale, they have more cut ads. I don't know why. It's because probably there's the university nearby. So what you can do, you can, sometimes, I know you don't have time, but if you want to go and swing by in different Dollar Trees, you will find something. But the other thing is that you have to go and buy it that day, because when you go next, they're gone, unless you go and buy it online. Yeah.
Are you referring to the cutouts? Because Hobby Lobby, they actually have a 12 in a package, and it's like $2 for a package.
Oh, really? Oh, yes. Wow.
So Hobby Lobby, usually they have a section for teachers. So when you go in, just ask, where is the school stuff or something? I need some cutouts. And they have all kinds of shapes and nicely colored. Like really, really nicely done. And they usually have them in 12 or 24 per package. And they usually $3 or $5.
$5. Okay, I got this
and
one.
And also, Ilsy, another trick, another resource that people probably don't know about. Oriental Trade.
Oh, yes, Oriental Trade.
Cut out. And they are by section. They have a religious, like, especially with the seasonal, like Easter's going to come, they have the cross, and they will have like 50, 100.
Yes.
And they have free shipping.
Yes.
And it comes to your door at any time because of the cost. That's our thing. Oriental Trade.
Oriental and then there is another one, AliExpress.com. That's the Chinese version of Amazon. And they have very cheap stuff, extremely cheap.
Okay.
And I just put the name on there.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, and it takes a long time for them to ship, but their stuff is a third of what Amazon asked for it.
Okay.
because you're buying directly from the source. So I really like that website.
Yes, and Oriental, I like the other one. I don't know if you have seen them, but they have those scratchy ones. Have you seen those? That you can tell the stories that the other day I got the miracles of Jesus and they had a scratch and they were scratch. And one thing I learned, it was funny because I usually, when I'm at Cleveland, I do Bibles, I mean the story on, because my husband is preaching and then I do the story. The last time I was there, I give them one scratchy to every single of the kids. You didn't, it was silent, totally silent. Everybody was trying to get, what was going on the scratch. And it was so, everybody was like, what happened with the kids? Usually they're talking, they're running, they're asking for, going to the bathroom and everything. But this time they were quiet, totally quiet. And then they say, I know what happened here. And they want to show me what they discovered. And it was so funny. It was funny. I cannot believe everybody. My husband said, what happened? I didn't hear nobody crying. I was like, oh, okay. I give them one scratchy and they did feel it and they love it.
Yeah. I have a question.
Yeah.
I'm fairly new in my church, in the department. Like for the beginning, I was scratching my head. Oh Lord Jesus, where am I gonna find things? So I could give my number for any Sabbath school or the church like to share ideas, so to make the class excited. If I need resources, they could say, okay, go there, go here, go there. So I need that help. So they could, just like you're doing, they could say, okay, go to this place, you'll find this for your kids, and I could go get them. I could go buy them for the class. But I had felt alone because
that's why, I have if you want to send me a text, you can tell me I need a resource for this. Maybe I can, by email or by mail, I don't know. I can send you some resources if you want to do something interesting. Yeah.
Thank you in advance.
Yeah, I can help you out.
And also a little trick I learned with the lamination issue, because laminating can be very overwhelmed and stressful. To laminate it for the amount of money and then to sit down and have a cutting party, I found something very easy. If you don't have to cut that little centers, you can use the sheet protectors, the plastic sheet protectors, put your document, and then use dry erase marker, write on them, and erase it with nail polish or dry erase fluids, and then put the document in the binder, and the next time you want to use it, you take out it from the binder and use it again. And individual people, children can use it. The sheet protector that you put your document to turn your paper into your teachers. And
that's a very good idea.
10 they're like 10 sheet in a pack for $1 at the Dollar Tree. Or Office Diploma had a whole box for 100 for $7.99 or $5. So that's help with laminating. You don't have to do that much laminating.
Yes.
And the dry erase marker. Very, very practical.
Exactly. That's why, I usually do a lot of boxes and I put everything in boxes. Like while I do my seminars, I bring everything in a box and I know what I have to get out and what I have, and put it back. And the same thing with my supply. You see that I had right here, I had my scissors. All my scissors are there. And I have 2 boxes of this, and I have a whole box where I have my glue, my scissors, my everything right there. So I have only to pull it from here to there. Yeah.
So many good ideas. I just wanted to toss this in there since we were talking about driving around to different Dollar Trees. And I don't
Yeah.
know if y'all realize that you can go to dollartree.com and order in bulk, you know, whatever it
Yeah.
is, like even if your local
Mhm.
store is about to run out, and they will ship it for free to your local store.
Yes.
So as long as
Yes.
you're not in a super hurry to get it, you don't have to
Yeah.
drive around.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
what I was saying, Joyce. I usually do that. I just go ahead and put order in Dollar Tree, and they will send me mail ready to come to pick it up. And I will come with like 4 or 5 boxes and they divide it. Yeah. And it will, you know, we have a lot of fun. Yeah. Thank you so much for being here. And if you have any questions, just feel free to send me an email, send me a text. I will try to answer it. And I think
Thank you, Ilsy. We enjoy you so much. Thank you for the idea and the activities.
You're welcome.
They are super fun.
And have a bless. You're blessed because you bless the kids and teach the Lord to be in their heart.
Thank you, Elsie. Thank you. God bless you. Thank
You're
you.
welcome.
You was wonderful. Thank you. God bless you.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you so much, Elsie, for an awesome presentation. A lot of good ideas. You are all welcome to hang out for a few more minutes yet, as long as our breakout room still exists. But my guess is some of you are starting to get hungry.
I have a question.
Yes.
I have to run to church because they have a potluck. And I have to take the food there for my kids and my husband. But will it be okay for me to not attend the ministry booth? Will that count for the track thing?
That will not interfere with your workshop track.
I mean, I'll try to be back, but I don't know.
Understood. Yes.
Yes, we as moms, we need to do sometimes priorities.
Yeah, maybe I'll join by phone, but I'm not sure I'll have the video until I come back home. So
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Yeah, we have 1 more minute to some questions if you have.
That was for Joe. Are we going back to the general session, or are we going straight
No,
to
we're going to do ministries. If you want to go to ministries, you will have one. You just choose what ministry you want to go.
And those start at 1:30 is coming on back to Zoom, checking in, and then choosing a ministry booth. And the ministry booths will run from 1:30 to 2:30. So yes,
Okay,
that is
if
your
I-
choice.
Yeah,
I have
and
a
I want to
question.
thank you, Andrew, because he's helping me here today with the camera and everything as soon as I was doing my experiments here.
You did great.
All right, I have a question. Is the same code the same thing to keep for the whole day? I don't, if
Yes.
After lunch, we don't need to redo anything again.
No,
Okay.
no, you just register and yeah. What I suggest sometimes is, I mean, if you want to keep your computer on, then you don't have, you just register and that's it and come back in. Yeah.
Okay, that's
Or
what I
your
want.
phone. I don't know.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you, Joy, so much for your help and have a blessed day, rest of the day.
My pleasure. You as well. You're getting some clapping hands on the chat as well, Ilse.
Thank you. And I have a question. I think they put some phone numbers that were given to me. Oh, let's see. I saw, it looks like I had. Okay, they had, you have some information if you want to check on the chat. Yeah, okay, perfect. All right.
Did somebody say something about staying on through lunch, or can we log off? Does it matter?
You
If
can
you
do
want,
it
you
either
can do
way.
either way. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Okay. Perfect. Thank you so much. Yeah.
I'm afraid to leave because I had so much hard time getting in this morning.
In that case, you can just leave your computer running.
Okay.
It'll be fine.
All right.